A very good day to all of you. Thank you so much for finding your precious time to become part of episode number one of Called Out Podcast Experience. Now, in this episode, the first thing that we are going to discuss is the marriage bill. The first thing that we are going to discuss is the marriage bill. But before we get into it, allow me just to do a little bit of introduction. For the purpose of introduction, my name is Ntsikelelo Isaac Nqonga. I am, of course, the podcast host, the podcast commentator, or the podcast pundit, if you would like. Now, we have gathered a number of people in Called Out Ministry in order for us just to be able to discuss this particular issue. We've taken questions, we've taken comments, contributions, and inputs from a wide range of people. There was no unique framework of selecting people's opinions. We just said the people that are there, we just want to hear their opinions. Of course, I always said that it is primarily because we want the voice of the church to be heard, secondarily, because we want to present it in a secular sense, and then thirdly, because should we not speak about these issues and then raise awareness and education concerning these matters, we are going to have many people being left out in society. I just need to do a little bit of background in, as to why are we discussing this. First of all, uh, the marriage bill under the leadership, of course, of the Parliament of the Republic of South Africa, um, it has been in review. There's been a marriage bill, open square bracket B43 uh, dash 2023 close square bracket. It has been in review. It has been moving from province to province, from perhaps town to town, city to city, and then there has been a reading of that and taking of contributions and ideas, and of course, it has a wide representation. A wide representation. Personally, when I first of all thought about the idea of the review, because the review had taken place in Kimberley, and I think it was on a morning. I'll just look for the post and then we will make it available on the screen for us to be able to see the date of the post and for us to be able also to see the time of the poster. First of all, I was asking myself, majority of the working class, which also becomes the majority of the so-called educated class, they might have not got access to be able to go deliver their own contribution since they are at spaces of work. And I also understand on the other side that it would have been difficult to do it in the late afternoons because of all the living situations and arrangements. However, people got chance to be able to go there. We had people, in fact, also one of the persons that have been that is a part of the community and also part of the church, went there, also had his own opinion rendered rather. And then we'd also play a little bit of that. I think we should just play a little bit of that.
Let's start with this thing of the age group. To say a person must marry at the age of 18. Who is this person who is marrying? A boy of 18 years is just being from school. So this bill is actually saying the lady, because ladies will be married. So it's putting a lot of pressure on our ladies. That's why today we have a scenario where the young children, they get married to older people.
All right, so that was the clip that was taken from SABC on downloaded from there and therefore played here, uh, showing us the contribution of Mr. Richard Combrink. And we are as much grateful for his contribution. It's a thought provoking contribution. And beyond thought provoking contribution, we also need to assimilate uh, the singleness of the voice of the church, the voice of the gospel. And that is why we created this platform so that we can be able to deliberate on a number of issues.